Hi, I'm Andy Teach, host of Andy's Awesome Adventures. When we see the Lincoln Memorial, most of us admire the beautiful building outside with its 145 white marble steps and the statue of Abraham Lincoln inside, but most of us aren't aware of the many interesting little-known facts about the Lincoln Memorial. Okay, so I'm standing here in front of the Lincoln Memorial, which was dedicated to the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. It was completed in 1922. So it's been almost 100 years that this memorial has been here. But here's an interesting fact. There were 36 Greek Doric columns going around the entire memorial, and those represent each of the 36 states that were present during Lincoln's presidency. The exterior of the memorial is in the form of a Greek Doric temple and was patterned after the Parthenon in Greece. Each of the columns is 44 feet tall. Together, they symbolize the fact that without the columns, the memorial would fall, and without the states, the nation would fall. The memorial weighs 38,000 tons. It cost approximately $3 million to build at the time. Construction started in 1914, and among the 50,000 people present to observe the Lincoln Memorial's official dedication in May 1922 was a 78-year-old Robert Todd Lincoln, the only surviving son of the former president. New York architect Henry Bacon designed a memorial. He had studied in Europe for a few years and admired ancient Greek architecture. He insisted on using different stone for different parts of the memorial to symbolize the importance of the different states of the Union to Lincoln. The terrace-level granite was from Massachusetts. The marble of the upper steps and outside facade is from Colorado. On the inside, the pink marble floor of the chamber is from Tennessee. The interior walls and columns of the chamber are made of Indiana limestone, and the ceiling tiles are made from Alabama marble. Above the colonnade, inscribed on the frieze, are the names of the 36 states in the Union at the time of Lincoln's death and the dates in which they entered the Union. Their names are separated by double-wreath medallions. Above this, on the upper level, are inscribed the names of the 48 states present at the time of the memorial's dedication. All ornamentation on the friezes was done by English-born American architectural sculptor Ernest C. Bairstow. The designer of the primary Abraham Lincoln statue was Massachusetts sculptor Daniel Chester French. French had studied photographs of Lincoln, as well as plaster casts of Lincoln's face and hands, which were taken after his assassination. The statue took 4 years to build and was carved by the 6 Piccirilli brothers. The Italian Piccirillis injected Roman influence into the project, modeling the pillars upon which Lincoln rests his arms and fasces, the bundles of wood that have represented power for centuries. Lincoln was 6'4", and the statue is 19 feet from head to foot. If Lincoln stood up, the statue would be 28 feet tall. It's believed he is using sign language with his hands, which are the letters A and L, his initials. Some say his clenched left hand represents his determination to fight the war until the end, while his open and relaxed right hand represents his desire to bring the South back into the Union in a peaceful way after the war without any revenge. Above the statue is an inscription written by Royal Cortissoz, an American art historian and art critic. Two of Lincoln's most important speeches, the Gettysburg Address and his second inaugural address, are inscribed on the walls. However, there was a typo on his second inaugural address. The word future starts with an E instead of an F, and you can see the attempt to fix the error. Ernest C. Bairstow, who did the ornamentation for the friezes on the outside, chiseled the lettering for the Gettysburg Address, the second inaugural address, and the lettering above the Abraham Lincoln statue. The decorative carvings surrounding the Gettysburg Address and the second inaugural address were done by Evelyn Beatrice Longman, a protege of Lincoln statue sculptor Daniel Chester French. Like Lincoln himself, she was born poor in a log cabin. The artist who painted the 2 canvas interior murals above the Lincoln addresses was Jules Guerin, who was originally from St. Louis. The murals are each 60 feet by 12 feet and weigh 600 pounds. The memorial has been the site of many famous speeches, including Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, delivered on August 28, 1963. Most of the memorial is underground. There's a 44,000 square foot basement. Tours of the undercroft were given until 1989, when a tourist noticed asbestos in the ceiling. However, there was talk of reopening the Undercroft for tourists in 2022, the 100th anniversary of the dedication of the Lincoln Memorial. So as you can see, if you're in Washington, D.C., visiting the iconic Lincoln Memorial is a must.